As a small island nation, we have limited resources and we're very vulnerable to all sorts of climate change impacts. And we're isolated from the whole wide world.
We have a population of 143 people are living on this island. The current issue that the island is facing right now is climate change.
We don't have any resources. We're one of the few small atoll nations in the world, but we have pride in being Marshallese and we want to stay here.
Samoa is very vulnerable to climate change, as so as all the other small island developing states.
The NDC Partnership is a global coalition comprising developed and developing countries, as well as international institutions, all working together with a shared goal. The goal of supporting developing countries articulate their climate targets and deliver on them with the support that they need.
There are challenges we face and we continue to face in terms of the implementation of our NDCs because we are small island nations and we have limited resources. But not just resources, it's the sustainability of these resources when we do get them in terms of projects, our capacity as well. Another challenge that we also face is in terms of monitoring, because monitoring needs to be done in order to do our reporting to UNFCCC.
For Papua New Guinea, we see that we're taking that action, not only putting it down on the paper in terms of our very ambitious targets of quantifiable target measures under our mitigation, which is on our agriculture, forestry, and other land use, and the energy sector. It's big, it's ambitious from a developing country, given that we're still developing, we're still relying on fossil fuels. However, we are serious in taking climate action, and our commitment is really ambitious to ensure that we are 50% carbon neutral by 2030 and 100% carbon neutral by 2050.
We have one of the most ambitious NDCs, and the RMI NDCs are mostly based in the electricity sector. And we also have one of the biggest challenges because unlike other Pacific Island countries, we don't have that much land. We don't have mountains. We can't have Gulf area because we just don't have that space. So when we're talking about the electricity sector, you have to talk about renewable energy. And solar is the most viable technology for us.
So the Pacific Partner countries, they're all very different, and they have, even though they're united in the Pacific, the realities are quite different. So of course the NDCs are also very different. Their work program on how to fight climate change is different, and they have different requirements. So we have a very demand-driven initiative and platform in order to support the countries with what we call country requests, where they request from us technical assistance in a wide variety of topics. We provide training also on demand, depending on the topics they would like to have more knowledge of.
So the NDC Partnership includes now over 200 members. Over 120 of these members are member countries. 105 of these are developing countries, and 19 of these are developed countries. And then we have over 90 international organizations, all of them working together to support our member countries develop their climate targets and implement them to deliver on ambitious climate action around the world. In the Pacific, we're honored to be working with 8 Pacific member countries. These include Fiji, the Republic of the Marshall Islands, the Federated States of Micronesia, Nauru, Papua New Guinea, Samoa, Tonga, and Vanuatu. And with all of them, we work to deliver on the ambitious climate action that they have committed to in their nationally determined contributions. The NDC partnership has come in to provide support for an additional subset of projects that are included in the NDC investment plan. This will allow Samoa to have some investment-ready projects that they can use in their engagement with donors so that they can maximize their efforts at resource mobilization and support of their NDC.
The NDC partnership in Fiji and the region has played a crucial role in driving overall NDC ambition in regards to the updates to the Paris Agreement. The NDC partnership also has provided robust partnerships to work on several programs and projects across the region, even for Fiji, and in particular working also closely with the NDC Hub, which provides additional support apart from the NDCP to implement NDC implementation. And major activities include NDC roadmap planning, NDC investment plans, and overall looking at how we increase the capacity of reporting for countries. And this has been a fundamental contribution to Fiji and region's climate aspirations.
Through the NDC partnership, we are able to build our capacity in order to track our NDC implementation, and they're able to render us with the capacity building on the tools that's needed so that it can help us see where we're going and see if we can be able to reach our target. From the perspective of Samoa, the hub is where we go to. It's our one-stop shop for all our needs in terms of NDC implementation, in terms of NDC monitoring, and in terms of NDC support. And we're very fortunate, we're very happy, and also acknowledge that NDC partnership is sponsoring and contributing into the NDC Hub for the Pacific, because this is where all of us, our brothers and sisters, go into for assistance. And it's good when you go into there and you know that people there knows you and knows your needs as well. So thank you very much for that.
The partnership is the knowledge hub that have all the information in regards to who are the partners that have the expertise in that specific sector. One we did for the electricity sector. It's a big one. We are requesting for a 90 million euro support to carry out rural electrification project. And we did the submission through ADB. It's looking good in terms of the hub supporting us and giving us the technical expertise that can drive the support that we will require.
I believe the NDC Hub has been a crucial delivery partner for the region. What it does is that it brings focal points from the region. So for the first time, we share challenges, we share concerns, and we share opportunities as a region, which is very unique in the global front. It helps us leverage more climate action. It helps us do smart planning for the region. And in fact, the hub gets focal points together to not only work on mitigation, but overall look at things such as GCF proposal writing, adaptation planning, and how we can make more sense as a region to overall access funding opportunities through the hub. So the hub has kind of been that conduit. It's been working very well. It brings about the opportunities, and it looks at partnerships in the region that would support better, such as the regional One Crop Plus agencies. And maybe it helps us complement each other in a way where we can access better resources for a particular country through another focal point. And in that way, it overall helps to gap the challenges in mitigation for the region. But generally, it brings expertise that understand the region, that know the context in the region, so we have solutions for the region that will actually drive change rather than speaking in the very high-level context.
The hub needs to be sustainable, and it needs to look in a way that it contributes to our future, not just our immediate needs at the moment, but also for the future needs of our future generation. We are creating today for a better tomorrow, and it will be very encouraging for us that's currently within the system right now to look into a better tomorrow with the support of our partners, including the NDC partnership. So the hub, for its sustainability, please help us so we can have a beautiful Pacific in the future.